starting out, we are doing things a little bit differently than I have been in the past. Instead of me doing a lot of lecturing, I want to have you get more time to talk in your groups and to talk amongst yourselves about what we are learning as well. And in order to do that, we are using this study guide, and I see almost everyone has it out as well as their Bibles. This is the study guide that we are going over. It's the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible for Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the Song of Songs, Song of Solomon. I keep saying that because there are, through the ages, the book has been designated either the Song of Songs, the Song of Solomon, or the Canticle of Canticles. That's from the Douay-Rheims translation. It's all the same book. It's all the same book in the Bible. You're not getting different books. It's the same name. It's just called different things in different Bibles. But for the most part, it's called the Song of Solomon. Okay? That's how I learned it. Yes. But I've had some people say, I don't have it in my Bible. And it's like, no, it's there. It's just called the Song of Songs. It's the same book. So just be aware of that. All of those names designate the same book of the Bible. And tonight, like I said, we're going to be going over a few more Bible study basics, as well as overview and outline for the Song of Solomon. That's where I want to start with. But before I do that, I wanted to show two clips from this movie, the Yul Brynner, Gina Lollobrigida version of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. One is a scene that is what makes Solomon famous. Solomon was known for his wisdom. Remember that? There is one scene in the scriptures that is famous, if you will, for the expression of, or the display of Solomon's wisdom. And I want you to see an example of it here.
Let the British judgment come forth.
The moment falls, set aside our king in judgment. The presence here profanes all Israel. Who makes complaint?
My Lord King, this woman, may I die, dwell within the same house. I was delivered of a child. On the third day after I was born, she was delivered also. There was no one in the house but we two. In the night, this woman's child died, because she lay upright. Wherefore, she removed my son from beside me while I slept, and laid her dead child against my bosom. She lied. I do not lie. When I rose in the morning to nurse my child, he was dead. Not so, Lord Solomon. The true Lord King. For when I looked at the child in my arms, I knew it was not the son that I did bear. It was her own child and none other. The living child is mine. The dead is yours. The dead is yours. The living mine.
Bring the infant forward. Josiah. Place the child on the steps before, and show it. Draw your sword, Josiah. Divide the child into parts. Give half to one woman, half to the other.
That'll solve it.
If it must be, give the child to her, that it may not be slain. Divide it. It shall be neither hers nor mine.
Take your son, mother. He's surely yours.
May the Lord God Jehovah praise and bless you.
Would rather have surrendered him to another than to see him harmed. And take his small hands and administer to her punishment to fit her virtue.
She lied! He lied! It's not right! The child is mine! Mine!
Now at last I have seen a judgment, O son, and your wisdom amazes me.
Whatever wisdom has been given you was for the benefit of my people.
Continue to teach me and beg me, so that I may gain a greater insight into the wonder of your understanding. It will enable me to become a better and wiser owner of my own people.
Real wisdom lies in the ability to decide between the true and the false.
So if you wanted to know where this scene takes place, this is in the book of 1 Kings. 1 Kings 3, 16 through 28. If you have my Bible, it's page 251. Okay? 1 Kings 3, 16 through 28. This is known as, this scene is famous for as the wisdom of Solomon, or the judgment of Solomon. Being able to discern the truth of a statement with very little evidence. It was a demonstration of Solomon's wisdom. Now, in the story as related in 1 Kings 3, the Queen of Sheba was not there at the time. However, they threw her in here for Hollywood reasons. But one of the things that the Queen of Sheba did notice about Solomon was his great wisdom and how the Lord had blessed him and how she could see through him God's kingdom established on earth. Okay? That is in the book of 1 Chronicles. Where is it? 2 Chronicles. I think it's 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles 8? No, 9. 2 Chronicles 9, verse 8, which is page 324 if you have my Bible. It says, this is what the Queen of Sheba says about Solomon. Blessed be the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and set you on his throne as king for the Lord your God, because your God loved Israel and would establish them forever, and has made you king over them, that you may execute justice and righteousness. So it was through his wisdom that she could see the establishment of God's kingdom established on earth through him. This was the great witness of Israel through Solomon to the world. And we went over that in the past, how God gave a covenant to David, how it was fulfilled at least in part through Solomon, and the arrival of the Queen of Sheba was an example of how non-Jewish, if you will, pagan individuals could see the establishment of God's kingdom on earth and convert, because that's what the ministry of Israel was to do, to be a light to the nations. Remember that? Isaiah 49:6. You are to be a light to the nations. And this is an example in which Israel was. It didn't last long, but it was there. Okay? Now, the other thing I wanted you to see in here is, does anyone remember real quick who made this movie? It wasn't Cecil B. DeMille. Who was it?
Ten Commandments. He did both. I mean, what studio?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The Solomon and Queen of Sheba. I don't remember offhand.
Century Fox.
Was it Century Fox?
Or MGM.
Could have been. The point is, whoever wrote this script was well advised because they quote roughly from the Song of Songs. And so I want you to see how that is applied here.
You have found me out. I will confess it. The fairest thing with fabulous surprise to spy, to deliver to him all his secrets.
I have considered that, but Israel has no real secrets from Egypt. Pharaoh is aware of our weaknesses and our strength.
How then to deceive you? I have been trying to entrap you with these to bind it in some chains so that I can do with you as I will.
Now perhaps we are approaching. Every woman attracts a price. You're a queen, but you also have a price.
I do so greatly wonder if you will pay it. I want you to love me wholly, completely, and that love to be the most precious thing in your life.
I hope it is true. But if it is not, then let me remain blind to the truth.
So listen carefully to what Solomon says to the Queen of Sheba in this scene.
Even when they are not with me, I find myself trying to recall, to recapture every moment we spent together.
The words you have said, I will never forget.
After what has come to pass, my goodness, new words keep singing in my heart.
Tell me.
Behold, thou art fair, my love. Thine eyes are as stars, thy lips are as pomegranates. How much better is thy love than wine?
I have never known such happiness.
Nor I. And if I had thought I was happy, I know now that I was deceived.
There. That one spot is what I wanted you to see. And I'm trying to find, I thought I had it marked in here, but apparently I did not. So let me see. Oh. It's on page 97 in your book. Hold on, wait a minute. That's not it. That's describing the lover.
I think it's page 96.
It's either, let me see, 96 or is it 97? Well, on page 99 it says, "How fair and pleasant you are, O lovely one, delectable maiden." This is chapter 7, verse 6. "You are stately as a palm tree, and your breasts are like its clusters. I say, I will climb the palm tree and lay hold of its branches. Oh, may your